Hey, I'm glad you tuned into this video. We've got an announcement and just maybe some updates on things that we're going to be doing on the bus, things that we have done, things like that. So if you like watching about things that we're doing on a bus conversion, just general life with a bus conversion, keep watching. First things first, let's talk about the announcement. We are going to be at Schoolie UP in Gould City, Michigan. That's July 26th through August 1st. A lot of bus conversions are going to be there. At least one person that we know will be there. Hopefully we're going to make new friends. So if you're in the Michigan, Wisconsin, UP area, feel free to stop by and check us out, or check out just in general. There's going to be a lot of schoolies there. A lot of bus conversions, all that kind of stuff. So we figured that'll be fun. Now that we got the boring stuff out of the way, let's talk about the bus. We've been on the road for the last 10 days. We just got back yesterday. We did Bemidji State Park in Minnesota, Itasca State Park, which is beautiful. Oh my gosh, really got to go there. In a lot of ways, it reminded us of Yellowstone because it has multiple entrances, so much to do. We were only there for, I think, 3 days total, 2 nights. Could have easily done a week. Then we spent some time just kind of bumming around doing some Harvest Host stuff and just living life on the road, and that's a lot of fun. But we had some time to use some of the changes we've been doing in the bus, and so let's talk about some of those things here first. And then I got some stuff on the outside, mechanical stuff, all that sort of whatever. So inside here, you can probably already tell, we have the passenger seat back in. Generally wanted it, and it is nice having someone there. And I did end up moving it forward a little bit, so we didn't actually even give up all that much space in the back. So passenger seat is back in. If you're new to the channel, check out some previous videos. We took this out for a while. And what did we do here? What did we do here? This is not my beautiful dinette. No, it's not. It's my beautiful booth. We did this pretty quick and dirty. As you can see, I just cut the dinette thing. It used to be this way, like a traditional dinette. I cut that cabinet down along with the drawer that's inside it. We can still... Okay. Huh. I asked the kids to clean up, and this is how they did it. All right. Anyway, as you can see, we can put all of our stuff that we would normally put in there. That still fits in there just fine. There's a little bench seat back here, and this is all, well, it's a little wobbly right now, but we're thinking about taking the part that I cut off of here and making it flip up. But we were able to use this just fine. Our smaller kids can sit in the back. You know, one bigger kid or an adult can sit here. And then someone can actually sit here as well and kind of put a table on or put something here. This has just worked out so much better for us. Before, the dinette was sticking way out here, and this was just a real pinch point, especially with that cabinet sticking out there, which I still have to cut that down to get it to the same height as the other one, but all things in due time. So anyway, this so far is getting closer to something that I think we might decide that we like and might keep. So there's that. The microwave. As you know, this microwave fell out before, well, not this one, the one that was there fell out, and the cabinet we had in there was something I just hacked up before a trip just to make it work, and now this is something that's designed for it and fits it a lot better. Let's start with the good. The good is it works great, no problems. It's been great, and this is a convection microwave. It has worked absolutely flawless for us. The bad... It sticks out really far, and I end up doing a lot of meal prep here in this spot, and I find myself, it's just in my way a lot. So Being that all these cabinets are kind of made to fit, they can fit like a puzzle. I've thought about moving this one here, but it is wired. The outlet for this is right kind of in the cabinet, so that would be tricky. But I think that's probably doable to move that or something. So I may swap these around. And then if I do that, well, it might make sense to make this cabinet a little bit bigger and then pop it out to match that. But actually that might be changing. I might cut that whole thing down again as well. It's constantly changing. I know some of you other builders or people that have, you know, you've had any RV or conversion or whatever, you're always changing stuff, and that's just what we're doing, and that's what we're sharing here. The seating area here overall has been a great change. We are using this more because they're comfortable. The DIY furniture that I did before was not good. I mean, it's perfectly fine for an hour or two, like if you're on a boat, because I basically built it like boat cushions. But these are something you can sit in for a long time if you're, you know, if we're on the road or, you know, we're stuck inside in the rain watching a movie, you know, on the TV there, or playing some PS4 or whatever. We can just sit down here and really relax, and it feels good. So we've been doing that a lot. Or these have been getting a lot more use. There's plenty of times where we were all out here, all 6 of us, and it was comfortable, including the dog. And if you ever met Coco, you know she's a big girl. So I think those are the big changes we had inside. Maybe I'm forgetting something. I'm really kind of winging this. I'm not thinking about this video too much. I apologize, I haven't really produced much. I really wish I would have produced more. It's just been crazy. Yeah. So I'm trying to do what I can. Let's talk about some mechanical stuff and outside stuff. Yeah, all that. All right. Let's talk about the paint. The paint has not been faring well. Actually, look at how sharp these lines are. These have held up real good. That's my finger, my pointer finger for reference. These are pretty good lines. In my, you know, that part's not perfect, but overall these tape lines are pretty good. But we've got some spots here where it is just chipping off, not looking all that great. This and that. So, before going to the bus conversion meetup, I think we got to get this thing tuned up, looking good. So be looking for that video here soon. Thinking about scraping all this down, getting in there with a sander, trying to really get some more tooth in there so it adheres better, touching up the paint, and then actually doing some wet sanding. So as you can see here, there's a lot of orange peel in this. I wish it was better. Do a little wet sanding and then maybe a quick buff and wax, make it shine up a little bit. So there's that. You know, in video it doesn't look that bad at all actually, but I don't know, up close there's some really bad spots. Like look at that through there. Especially back here, you know, we got that scrape there. It's just showing its age. Especially back here on this stainless steel part. Look at that, it's coming out there, or it's coming off. I thought we sanded that down, I guess not. So what else we got going on? These lights here, I actually noticed these are starting to go out. I'm losing LEDs in here. This is actually a 12 volt light, but because it's a flasher, I was hoping we could get away with it. This is a 24 volt system. These ones actually holding up okay. I have a resistor on those, which seems to be working. These are still kind of a mess. And I think I found replacements for all of these, and I may play with those. So look for a video on that. Let's talk about this engine, huh? Notice something? It's dirty, but not oily. Let me tell you, I have not had to add oil to this thing yet. This stuff right here, it's doing something. It is making it not leak. This Lucas heavy duty oil stabilizer, something is different in this engine. It is not leaking oil like it used to, not at all. I mean, it is just dry and dusty back here. There's a couple of spots, yeah, where it's still a little wet, but I've really been happy with that. The other thing I wanted to mention, you know, we put on, geez, at least, yeah, probably 600-700 miles, and through some pretty extreme heat, well into the 90s. We did not have any cooling problems. We were even towing the van. I don't think my temperature gauge ever cracked 190. Last year, well over, you know, approaching 200 sometimes, or over 200. Just trying to keep it under control. You know, sometimes I have downshift all the time. This year, I've had no problems whatsoever. Remember, I cleaned out the radiators really good. We did pretty much a coolant flush. I think I might have accidentally rotted my radiators, because remember, it got really cold and I was still had that weak antifreeze mix. I'm wondering if my radiators started to freeze. You know, it started to kind of gel up the way the coolant starts to, anyway, crystallize. I wonder if that broke some calcium deposits or something in the radiators as well. I'm just getting so much more flow. I guess I do have a new water pump as well. When you're driving, you just got so much time to think about this kind of stuff. You know, I don't know. Comment down below on things that you think about while you're driving, if you are driving a bus like this. So yeah, I've been pretty happy with that. Transmission's been holding out just fine. I'm thinking about doing a complete flush on that. If you remember, we found some metal flake in there earlier. So far, really haven't had any issues that's concerning me. Long term with that, talked to some other people. They said, well, it's kind of normal. You know, the clutch plates are wearing and gears are going to wear here or there. I've never seen any flake on the dipstick, just in the filter. So I think it's doing its job. Last thing I want to talk about a little bit is our battery situation. It was real rough at Bemidji State Park. We had no hookups, under shade. Luckily, our generator has been rock solid, so we pretty much ran that generator from 8 in the morning until 10 at night, and luckily it's pretty quiet, but that was the only way to stay cool. It was 94, 95 degrees every day we were there. It was just miserable. But we did get out and do stuff, but we had to keep our pets cool and all that. At night, it was barely touching mid 70s, you know, low 70s by 6 a.m. So anyway, our batteries were able to run our fans and even the AC fan all night, but we really couldn't count on them for more than 300 amp hours of power at 24 volts. So that's kind of a problem. I mean, we could use to count on them, no problem, 400, 500, 600 without, you know, really even thinking about it. On paper, you know, or on the labels, they're supposed to be 900. But they are older, and I did get them, you know, for pretty much scrap value. So not a big deal. I mean, I looked at the scrap prices on batteries, and I think I might have made money. I think the scrap value's gone up. So, hey, that's good. But I've been trying to work to restore them, as you know, and it's kind of hit or miss. I'm still in the process of trying something, but I'm already looking for the future, and we made a move to the future. And if you're interested in knowing what that is, definitely subscribe. I will give you a hint. It involves 280 amp hour lithium cells, and we pretty much bought a pallet of them. And I'll explain more about that in following videos. So that brings us to the next part of almost every YouTube video, which is, if you like our content, subscribe. If you think this is of any value, you want to see more of this, you want to see more of our videos, give us a thumbs up. That really helps. Definitely put in your comments, questions below, things you want to see, questions you have. I kind of think of YouTube in general as a community. So if you want to see something, you want to see something specifically about the bus, post it in the comment below, and a lot of times that gives us motivation to do it. Hey, it's 2021. We are having a great summer. I hope you're having a great summer as well. Go out there and do something fun, huh?